I don't want. Okay, I don't want us to have. I told you where the vehicle is.
The truck was actually coming from Ring Road.
A very good evening and thanks for joining us on BeeTv Major News at 6, reaching you live from the city's capital, Benin City, Edo State. I am Godgift Omone. Now to the news in details. The councillor representing Ward 3 of Etsako East Local Government Area of Edo State, Honorable Sunday Akioto, otherwise known as Sonny Ekpesin, has been sworn in as the acting chairman of Etsako East Local Government Area. BeeTv News Best Orator reports that the ceremony was well attended.
It was a homecoming as the councillor elected for Ward 3, Etsako East Local Government Area, Honorable Sunday Akioto, popularly known as Sonny Ekpesi, entered the council secretariat at Genebode with a crowd of supporters who accompanied him into the legislative arm. At the legislative chamber, Mr. Sunday Akioto and 3 councillors were sworn in as they took oath of office.
I will devote myself to the service and well-being of the people of Nigeria. So help me God. So help me God.
Shortly after the swearing in, the leader of Etsako East Local Government Legislative shine again.
As acting chairman, Etsako East Local
to appreciate you all for believing in me and giving me the opportunity to serve. We have a workaholic governor in the state in the person of His Excellency Distinguished Senator Monday Okpewo.
APC Chairman Etsako East Local Government Peter Okpohe and others described Honorable Sonny Ekpesi as a tested and trusted ally of the APC, who will deliver the dividends of democracy to the people at the grassroots.
You are now the chairman of the council. I want to
Intellectual depth to conversations about education, civic responsibility, and the media's contribution to national progress. Best Orator, the Managing Director, Chief Executive Officer of BeeTv News, said the organization is very well pleased that Professor Inhofe has accepted to be the guest of honor. His dedication to knowledge, democratic values, and community development resonates with everything BeeTv News stands for. The BeeTv News second anniversary promises a day of thoughtful dialogue, recognition of public service, and the formal unveiling of the BeeTv News Foundation, a not-for-profit initiative aimed at youth empowerment, media literacy, and community development across Edo State and beyond. Communities in Orion 1 local government area have expressed gratitude to Governor Monday Okpeolo and the Edo State Migration Agency for rescuing their son, Gostime Uwogialen, who was trafficked to Burkina Faso. The report filed in by Efosa Agbangbe is presented by yours sincerely. Indigenes and residents of Ugonioko Orion 1 in Orion 1 local government area expressing appreciation to the Edo State Governor, Senator Monday Okpeolo, and the Edo State Migration Agency for the rescue of their son, Gostime Uwogialen, from the hands of traffickers in Burkina Faso. They thanked Governor Okpeolo for his proactive intervention in rescuing Uwogialen and other victims of human trafficking, saying it demonstrates the governor's genuine love and care for humanity, as well as his commitment to fighting human trafficking and eradicating crime.
Here today. I'm the pastor, Spirit and Life Bible Church Ugo, the mother of God's Time. God's Time to Benin. As I'm speaking with you, God's Time is in Benin. It's a specialist hospital. The state government is footing the bill because for 2 days it was on oxygen.
Our love for the governor of Edo State knows no bound. We know him. We'll be expecting a people-loving governor to come.
So when governor see am for social media, say they say na Edo get, say he is stranded. He spent 5 years for there. He no know to come back. Governor come up, wake up. Governor gave me 24 hours. Okay? Go and bring this girl in 24 hours. As far as Oga don't talk, I have to work out to make sure in 20 hours I was able to bring the girl. Say, Your Excellency, see the girl. When I bring her to come, the enemy there for 1 or 2 times for road. I look back and front. Nobody did my side, only me. I have to beg God, let me bring this boy reach Nigeria. As they come down like this, government.
Commercial motorcyclists and indigenes of Egba community was averted following the swift intervention of the Senior Special Advisor to Governor Monday Okpebolo on Arewa matters, Alhaji Danjuma Garuba. The intervention followed a clash on Tuesday between Hausa bike riders and members of the community. The disagreement arose after the community directed the Hausa riders to restrict their operations to a designated street rather than pick up passengers along the main road, seriously injured. It took the prompt intervention of the Senior Special Advisor to Governor Okpebolo on Arewa matters, Alhaji Danjuma Garuba, to calm the situation. Speaking on the incident, Alhaji Garuba explained that he received a call from the Odionwere
Nobody against the law. If you can fight the law, you can fight the state governor. If you don't want to fight the governor, please don't fight the law. Obey for order.
In a bid to appreciate effective representation, residents and indigenes of Uzala, Udunwongia, Ubogun, and Eho communities in Wonde local government areas have expressed gratitude to the member representing Orion and Uwonde Federal Constituency in the House of Representatives, Honorable Chief Dr. Billy Osawaru, for the school and borehole projects he facilitated in their communities. BeeTv News Osaruge Agwebo reports that the residents and indigenes noted that when the projects are commissioned, they will significantly benefit from the communities. BeeTv News Best Orator has details.
We have come to assess the completed school project visited by your son, Right Honorable Billy Osawaru.
The newly constructed 1 block of 6 classrooms at Osaitin Primary School in Ozala community in Wonde local government area, facilitated by the member representing Orion and Wonde Federal Constituency in the Federal House of Representatives, Honorable Chief Dr. Billy Osawaru, is now set for inauguration as residents and indigenes of the area prepare to receive it with joy. The Odionwe of the community, Panosaha Idemudia, alongside other leaders, expressed excitement over the completion of the project and thanked Honorable Chief Dr. Billy Osawaru for listening to their appeal for our school and for facilitating the construction. They noted that the project
assess the ongoing project facilitated by our father, leader, Chief Billy Osawaru. And as you can see, the school project comprises of 6 classrooms and the headmaster office. And we are here to assess the project.
We are here today to witness a fulfillment of promise. This is a promise kept. Honorable Billy Osawaru came here on the 31st of December last year and promised to do this. And to our pleasure, the school project is ongoing.
Community leader of Magba here, and it was a surprise to everybody when he promised this project is going to be okay for us. He's going to do this project for us. Because people have been coming some of time, they will promise heaven and earth, you cannot get it from them. We will still continue. But when he says something, I think he do it.
Residents in Benin City have expressed concerns over the increasing disregard for traffic regulations by commercial drivers and motorists, particularly the habitual beating of traffic lights across major junctions in the city. BeeTv News Favor Kolawole reports that residents has expressed dissatisfaction with the trend, warning that such reckless behavior poses a grave danger for both motorists and pedestrians.
The growing habit of commercial drivers and motorists disobeying traffic lights in Benin City has sparked concerns among residents who fear the trend could lead to avoidable accidents and loss of lives. Residents lament that many drivers now beat traffic lights at major intersections, ignoring the dangers such reckless behavior poses. They stress that obeying traffic rules is not only a civic responsibility, but also a critical step in ensuring safety on the roads.
They don't go training. I mean, they wake up when they carry motor we enter road. They don't go to safe training. Road says no lecture then. So they go to lecture, they know what the light stand for. I've measured the whole life of Benin now, what the light stand for. I've measured the whole life of Benin now, be all of them they work.
While condemning the reckless behavior of some drivers, residents also attributed part of misconduct to the malfunctionality of several traffic lights across the city. According to them, damaged or non-functional signals often create confusion, encouraging drivers
noting that such measures would help curb the practice.
The moat around the Benin metropolis, once defensive trenches forming part of the old Benin kingdom, were built for security, boundary marking and drainage, and are considered historic and culturally significant sites. However, over time, these moats have increasingly been turned into refuse dump sites now scattered across the historic monuments. This has continuously raised concern among residents who are calling on the Edo State government to take urgent action to protect and preserve these heritages.
In every society where you see a monument like this, a place like this, there should be a ministry or a body that is working to prevent every obstacle or everything that should litter the place. I also think that the government
Has 6-month suspension, which expired in September 2025.
A mix of drama and excitement at the National Assembly as Senator Natasha Akpoti-Oduaghan walked into the complex accompanied by her supporters. Her return followed the expiration of a 6-month suspension imposed earlier this year. But what was meant to be a routine was stopped at the entrance by security, sparking a chaotic scene in the corridors of the Senate. Although the Senate is yet to officially comment on what led to the reversal of its earlier decision, some of Senator Natasha's colleagues expressed delight at having her back.
Anything that has a beginning must have an end. Maybe the court in her wisdom.
Need for individuals and nations to sustain peaceful coexistence amongst themselves have been emphasized by residents in Benin City, which, according to them, are efforts in ensuring global peace. This was made known to BeeTv News Freeman Osawe on the commemoration of Global Day of Peace.
Peace is a state of harmony in the absence of hostility. It is also seen as conflict and freedom from fear of violence between individuals, interest groups, countries. In commemoration of the World Peace Day, residents in Benin City maintain that peace remains vital for any society to thrive, because when there is crisis and instability, it can destabilize the orderliness of any place, citing the ongoing war in the Middle East, which has contributed to the significant disruptions of global peace, while urging individuals, nations to work continuously for peace by accommodating each other no matter the differences, so that the world will be a better place.
Anything that doesn't have an issue now, anything that doesn't have an issue is peace. Me and you don't have problem, it's peace.
Is having harmony among your neighbor, your colleagues, your friends. Is trying to have harmony.
Ways of advancing secular fashion while safeguarding the environment.
Let us adopt secular fashion practices. Let us raise awareness and educate consumers, designers, and policymakers about the importance of circular fashion practices.
We have an holistic approach to circular economy, circularity, and the way that we process our waste. We want the minimum waste to get to the landfills.
Most of us didn't even know the value of the waste of the clothes that have been cut off from our materials.
And we found one of the weekend, we rode to a particular spot. Of course, they know us that we ride around. Then when they see us on a particular spot under a canopy with lots of clothes, then people came around. So while encouraging them,
Louis Ulame, a mother with a golden heart, a leader with vision, a friend to many, and a shining light to all. On this special day, we celebrate your grace, your wisdom, your kindness, and the countless lives you continue to inspire. Happy birthday, my dear wife, Mrs. Sonia Louis Ulame. May your days overflow with joy, your path with success, and your years with endless blessings. Today, tomorrow, and always, I will always celebrate you. Congratulations, my dear wife, for clocking another 365 days on planet Earth. This message is from your husband, Mr. Louis Ulame, Okaigele of Ohun Community.
My people of Edo State, development is not a miracle. It is the result of responsibility and action. You want good roads, quality hospitals, schools, jobs for our youth? Then you must understand this simple truth.
10 years ago seems like just 10 days ago. We miss you now and always. However, we are consoled by the good legacy you left behind and the motherly care and advice that you gave us. Continue to rest our dear mommy until we meet again to partner.
Pasta, sugar, edible oils, animal feeds, and farming, and is considered one of Nigeria's leading food and agro-allied companies. Nigeria is targeting a minimum annual economic growth rate of 7%, supported by macroeconomic reforms and strategic investments across key sectors, including infrastructure, healthcare, agriculture, and education. This was disclosed by Vice President Kashim Shettima during high-level bilateral meetings on the sidelines of the 80th United Nations General Assembly held in New York. Representing President Bola Ahmed Tinubu, the Vice President highlighted reforms under the Renewed Hope agenda as a foundation for achieving the country's economic growth targets. Shettima met with the President of Namibia, Nentumbo Nandi Ndaitwah, who acknowledged Nigeria's diplomatic and developmental contributions to Namibia. Discussions between both parties included plans for bilateral cooperation.
Since, in a sharp remark on the war in Ukraine, Donald Trump labeled Russia a paper tiger and suggested Kyiv could regain all its lost territory, though the Kremlin quickly downplayed his words. Also, Italy condemns drone attack on Gaza aid flotilla and deploys frigates. Let's join BeeTv News correspondent Harmony Agbafo for details of this and more from the Global Sense.
Donald Trump called Russia a paper tiger and said Ukraine could win back all its territory, but the Kremlin brushed off the remarks calmly. Spokesman Dmitry Peskov dismissed the insult, insisted Ukraine cannot win military, and stressed Russia still values Trump's peace efforts. Moscow views his stance as changeable and noted he offered no new sanctions or threats. Though Russia's economy faces deficits, falling energy revenues, and fuel shortages, Putin shows no sign of altering course in the war. Italy's defense minister condemned an alleged overnight drone attack on the Gaza-bound global Sumud flotilla, which includes 52 boats of Crete carrying activists such as Greta Thunberg. The flotilla reported explosions, drones, and jamming, accusing Israel of escalation, though Israel has not commented and previously vowed to block the ships. Greece and the European Union patrols found